Hello, hello. Okay. Hello, everybody. How's it going? I'm going to start up my Instagram live here as well and get that pulled up too. So we're going to do a two for one here today. We'll see if it'll work. Hello, all my beautiful people. I hope you're just having the most fabulous day today. I wanted to try out something a little bit different today. So I'm actually comboing um, my Instagram Live, hello Instagram Live, with my Twitch. Hello Twitch friends, how's it going? So, if you see me looking one way or the other, that is why we're doing a little combo live here because I wanted to talk about today a media kit. So basically, a media kit is a surefire way for you to monetize your Instagram. So I don't know if you're thinking about making money off of your Instagram, or you already are making money off of your Instagram, or you just want to make money off your Instagram. A media kit is one of the easiest ways to do that. So we're going to talk a little bit about a media kit, what that is, why, if you're a content creator, it's important that you have one. So if you'd like to follow me along on Twitch here, hey, from Portugal. That's amazing. How's it going, Alexandre? Today we're talking about a media kit. If you would like to follow along with me, Instagram Live. I am live on Twitch as well, where you will be able to see my screen. The link is in my bio. Feel free to hop on over there if you'd prefer. I am live on both right now. So, a media kit. A media kit is essentially, let me pull this up here. I'm also the world's messiest designer, so please do not judge me. What? Hello, Media Kit. Thank you. Okay, a Media Kit is basically um, a one-stop document that you would hand over to, say, a company that you wanted to work with. For instance, if you want to leverage your Instagram followers into money, you can do so with a Media Kit. And the cool thing is that once you prepare a Media Kit, you have it, it's ready, and you can just send it right off. So for those of you who are following me on Instagram, you will unfortunately not be able to see my screen, but I do have on Twitch here pulled up my current media kit that I am working on at the moment. So if you would like to see that, feel free. Hey, Sensational. Hey, Deb. How's it going? Hope you're having a great day. I'm currently live on Twitch right now as well. If you'd like to hop over and sort of watch me as I do this, feel free. But right now I'm kind of just chatting, so I figured it was fine if you don't want to hop over, no worries. So a media kit is really important if you would like to get into influencer marketing. And influencer marketing is essentially leveraging your social media followers to sell promotional and paid posts. So, what that means is that a company would pay you to post something on their behalf on your page. So, that could be anything from a product review. Um, 2-year-old calls. Oh, okay. We'll see you later, Deb. Damn. Hello. I'm talking about a media kit today. I'm actually live on Twitch too if you want to hop over, but you probably know a lot about media kits, Sam. Um, Super important if you want to get into influencer marketing, which is just leveraging your followers for promotional posts. So the cool thing is that in the traditional sense, influencer marketing usually means that like you are like a traditional influencer, you're the content. You are your content. Your content is you as a person. So it might be like you are a travel blogger is like a traditional influencer, or somebody that does like fitness or skincare. Like their content is primarily surrounding them as like who they are as a person, what have you. The cool thing about being a content creator, like a gamer who then also gets into influencer marketing, is that your content does not have to be you. So if you are not confident behind the camera and you don't feel like putting your face on your feed and you just want to say, I'm only going to show my gaming content, that's totally fine, because it's not necessary that you have. Oh, hey, Austin, thanks. Appreciate it. It's not necessary that if you're creating content from a video game that you also have content from yourself. It's something if you want to do, you're more than welcome to. But so that means if you have, I would say like somewhere around 3,000 to 5,000 followers, I would say that you're at a good spot to jump into doing some type of influencer marketing. Um, and making a media kit is the easiest way to do that because it allows you to essentially cold call or reach out to a bunch of companies or businesses, whether it's products or gaming accessories, maybe even gaming developers that you really enjoy. Gives you a chance to reach out to them to say, hey, I really love your stuff. You know, I use your products all the time, or I play your games all the time. I've got a really great community, and here's my audience, and here's my media kit if you ever want to work with me or do promotional posts. Now that is really awesome because it allows you to reach out to the people that you want to work with instead of just waiting for stuff to fall into your lap. Um, and it's like really easy once you have it set up to say reach out to like 5 people a day, DM them on Instagram and send them the media kit. Um, and I don't want to like say I guarantee that this will result in a success, but if you were realistically sending out your media kit to 5 companies every day, you're gonna get somebody who's gonna want to work with you. And then, hey, Techno, how's it going? And then once you get somebody that wants to work with you once, and you build a good relationship, you add them to your media kit as a reference. Maybe they write a testimony about how it was to work with you. I don't know. You can just say, hey, I worked with Logitech. Great, cool. Put that in your media kit. So if you're just now joining me on Instagram, I am also streaming on Twitch. If you'd like to see my screen, we are making a media kit today, but I'm kind of just chatting in the beginning part here. Instagram, so it's not that big of a deal about what a media kit is and why it is important. So, Techno, a media kit is essentially typically used by the press and typically used by like influencer marketing people. I don't know what you call them. Influencers usually is what it's used for, and it's usually traditionally used to say like, hey, if you want to like I want to come to your hotel for free. And I'm going to have a little kit that shows you, like, look, I have 500,000 Instagram followers. And, you know, if you let me come to your hotel for free, I'll do all these paid posts or something like that. What you can do instead is utilize that as a content creator in a similar but different way. What you can do is if you have a media kit, well, I should explain to you what it is. It's essentially going to highlight all of your social media platforms, like the ones that you make content for, your reach, so like your engagement rate, your reach, some of your statistics for those pages, maybe how long you've been doing them. And then you can also include, but it's not necessary, what you would charge for promotional posts. So you can put in there like, hey, I have so and so many followers on Instagram, and you can pay me $5 to do a paid post on my feed, or maybe it's $10 for your feed and $5 story. I don't know. You can come up with whatever you want, depending on how many followers you have. Um, so it's basically a way to let people know like, hey, I have a good community, here's my audience, here's what my audience likes. And then if you know of companies that have that same similar audience, you can reach out to them and say, look, a lot of my followers also love your stuff, let's work together, here's a little kit that shows you everything you need to know if you want to work with me. So it's really like if you're reaching out to companies, you want to make it as easy as possible for them um, to just see an overview of like, here's who you are, here's what I bring to the table, and if you want to, here's how much it would cost to work with me. So it's cool because especially last stream I started making my media kit and I talked a lot about Canva. And if you actually Google, Canva is a free graphic design software, and it's a web-based software. Real quick here, they actually have a bunch of templates. If you're on my screen here, you'll see that they have all the things you need to know to make a media kit, what should be included, and then they have a bunch of templates, and it's all free. So if you're not even a really great designer, you can still go on Canva, pick one of these beautiful templates, change some colors, put in the stuff that matters, make it your own, and bam, export it to a PDF, and there you go. You're ready to go. You can send it away to whoever you want. Um, it's just really helpful if you want to start monetizing your Instagram. This is just one avenue that you can utilize. Um, it is essentially like selling yourself. But like I said, if you were to just take your media kit and every day you have a goal to just reach out to 5 companies, um, it can be really small companies too. It can be like Shopify stores or Amazon stuff. It doesn't have to be like Logitech or Sony or whatever. You can find smaller artists who sell merch. Like it could be really anything. You find accounts on Instagram that they offer a product or a service, and you feel like that product or service is in line with your brand and your audience. Go for it. Reach out to them and say, hey, look, I see that your audience is primarily women who play video games. Well, that's great. I've got a page that's also women who play video games, and I would love to promote some of your products sometime. Bam. Um, it's just a really, if you have time and you are trying to like kind of hustle and make some money, it's a super easy way to make money on Instagram. Um, and like once you have the media kit, it's done. And you just send it out into the world. And you can alter it. You just make edits if your account goes crazy and all of a sudden you have 1,000 new followers. Obviously, you want to make sure it's up to date as much as possible when you're sending it out. But once you have the general thing created, um, it's like a something you do once and then you're done, and then it can help you make money. So if this is something that you want to do, I recommend checking it out. Like I said, Canva, canva.com is a free web-based design platform. Then they have a ton of media kit templates. So you may have to change some of the stuff because, like I said, traditionally these are used for the press or for like actual influencers. Um, but that doesn't mean that you cannot be or are not an influencer in your own niche. So like we are all influencers in the gaming industry. We are all influencers in the Sims world. We are all influencers in the Twitch world. So utilize that um, for money. Essentially the same as like trying to get almost like trying to get sponsorships, but instead of like being a long term thing, which who knows, um, you may build relationships with these companies and brands, and that may help you elevate like really to the next level, depending on if you like land in with someone good and they like working with you and it's a success. Like that could be really, really helpful. Hey, Aspen, how's it going? Um, if you um, like networking online is you can't network in person right now obviously because of COVID, but networking online can still very much happen. And if you like show to a brand that you are like responsible, reliable, you do what you say, you deliver your stuff, and you're communicative with them. Oh, hey, Dominic, thanks for the follow. If you communicate and like you're good, they're gonna want to do more stuff with you. Not only that, but say you reach out to a company and you do a promotional post, a paid post, so they pay you and you say like, oh my god, I love these headphones, whatever. It goes really well. They like it. They want to do something else. You can also ask them to say, like, hey, um, could you leave me a review or write me a testimonial on how it was working with you? Put that right in your media kit. So then that gives you some credibility and some authority so that the next time you are reaching out to somebody, you kind of have a leg up. So it's just a really interesting thing that people don't, I think, not a lot of people take advantage of this because it is a more like business thing, if that makes sense. I am work in the entrepreneurial world. I'm in the business world. That's what I do for my professional job, and so this is something that we talk about all the time when it comes to like social media for business and stuff like that. Is businesses use influencer marketing? So I've seen it from the other side. Is that like I have friends who have companies and they hire influencers and they pay them to do stuff like this. So it got me thinking, why can't we flip it around and do this, within our own space? And you definitely can, for sure. It's just something not a lot of people, I think, are doing in our specific industry. It's way more common when it comes to, um, like I said, travel, food, fitness, stuff like that. Anything where if you're an influencer in that space, it's more like the content is yourself, if that makes sense. Whereas us gamers, the content is not us. The content is the stuff we make. I mean, partially it might be you. Like my content, part of it is me. Obviously, I'm doing this here right now. I'm streaming on Twitch. If you make YouTube videos, your content might be more so include you a little bit, but it's not entirely you. You are making things, you are creating things, you are sharing your gameplay, etc. But nonetheless, doesn't mean that you're not an influencer in within that niche, within that industry. So media kit, super important, really great thing. If you just want to start, if you have time and you just are like, hey, you know what, I've got like 3,000 followers, or maybe you've got 5,000 or so, and you think I want to start reaching out to people, even if you have less, I would say if you have time and you're bored and this sounds like something you want to do, go for it. Try it. I mean, the worst thing that happens is you make a media kit, which is probably going to take you, like, realistically, let's say 3 hours it takes you to make a media kit. Um, you make one, you got it. You spend, let's say, another 3 hours, um, an hour once 3 days, and you send it to 15 people. Even if nobody gets back to you, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like it was that big of a loss. But I almost guarantee that if you were to send it to 15 people, like someone's going to get back to you and be like, yo, this is cool. I'll pay you $5 to do a post. I don't know. Give it a shot. Let me know. If you do try it, let me know and see how it goes. Um, because I think it's something that it's just like a missed opportunity for a lot of people, if that makes sense. But granted, not everyone has the time. Not everybody does content creation full time. I certainly do not. This might be something that is better for those who are doing content creation full time, or somebody who wants to take it a little more seriously. Um, but it doesn't mean that you still can't try it if you want, see how it goes. And if it's not for you, it's not for you, you know? So I'm going to get to some graphic design here. It's great. And I actually started making my media kit last week on stream. And I kind of don't really like the way it was going. I feel like, so I have two different gradients. I gotta open a new file here because I have it over here. I have this gradient that's this one here, and it's like really, really bright, and like fun. It's the actual gradient that is the colors of my logo. Well, I also have this one that I made, and it just is not. These need to be put on white so you can really see what they look like. It's just not. For a while, I was really vibing with this color here, and it looks really good on like my Instagram posts. But when I put it over, like this page, just looks so bland. It looks really, really bland. So I think I gotta just go back to the other gradient, which means I'm also switching these purple and blue to be these purple and blue, which I think will honestly look a lot nicer. Okay, so we're gonna go purple and we're gonna go blue. Let's see, that feels like, I mean, I guess that actually is really nice. And then let's try this. Ooh, see, that's like way more fun, right? At least for me, that feels like way more engaging and fun. Also, Instagram, I am going to hop off of here because I'm doing some design now. If you would like to, please follow me on Twitch, Fluffy Monkey, same username, 3 F's in the fluffy part. Um, as somebody said, fluff and then fee, fluff fee. Anyways, okay. Feel free to follow me on Twitch. We will be hanging out for about another hour doing some graphic design. If not, I will see you later in the week on live, and have a fantastic day, y'all. Okay. Sorry, had to get the Instagram off there. Um, cool. Sorry. I had to just tweet out to the Twitter world that we are alive and rolling. Okay, so yes, I think I really am way more digging this. Even though I was rocking the weird gradient for a while, I feel like this brighter gradient for this is just like I need this to be really fun and like speak volumes about who I am as a person, and I'm like a crazy fun person. So this needs to be really fun. As always, I hover over Command 2, locks anything that is hovered, selected. I like to lock all my stuff so that like I can select over this and it won't select this. So, and then yes, I had to include a little portion of my desk because I feel like that's super cute and fun, and like the little Mario and like little Zarya and Rick and Morty, Splatoon, and then also on the left hand side, um, top photo is actually my gaming desk that I recreated in The Sims. So I think that's super cute and um, oh, thank you, Cafe Hug. Um, Where was I? I keep clicking on the wrong. There we go. Um, yeah, I wanted it to feel really cute and fun and like, hello, I'm Braylon. Welcome to the show. Um, the only thing is, I didn't go gather all my information beforehand. So this is what we need to include. I put your social media, no personal accounts, obviously. Like, no one, you're not going to be, your personal accounts should not be involved in this at all, unless it's like your want to advertise on your personal account. So, followers, your audience is really important. Like, who are your people? And if you don't know how to get that, it is in Instagram. Real quick, let's see. Mm, it is in Instagram. You can find your audience. It will show you who, whoops, it will show you who, sorry, I'm getting so distracted, what age they are, where they're from, what gender they are. Um, yeah. And a bunch of other cool info. So that's really cool. It'll show you like age breakdown for your followers, so you can see like which what is your audience? Because the most important thing when reaching out to companies, if you're going to do this, is finding companies that have a similar audience to you. Like I would not want to reach out to like I don't know, some company that was like super I have no idea. I can't even think right now about what would be a good bad company for me to reach out to. But you want to reach out to a company that has the same audience as you, um, because then they're gonna know that your people already like their products. That's what's important, or their services, whatever it is. I think it's easier with products. Um, Also include your metrics. So definitely your engagement rate for sure is really important. Just so you know, most people think their engagement rates are super low, but a high engagement rate is actually somewhere between 6 to 10%, which might sound super small, but because Instagram, the way it works is they only show when you post new content to Instagram, it's only shown to, what is a company that I would personally like working with? Probably like I actually work with TechniSport already. So I have an influencer code for TechniSport, which means that if you use my code, I get like perks, and then once I reach a certain level, I get a bunch of free stuff. So the only reason I did that is because I bought this chair and then I loved it so much, and so I reached out to them. But I personally, um, oops, would reach out to anything that was like gaming related. Another company I worked with recently was OVO Games, and I don't have one that's not on my wall. They gave me these headphone like hooks, I guess. It's like a hook that goes on your wall and it can hold your headphones or your gaming controllers. So that was pretty cool. And they only have like maybe 15,000 followers on Instagram. So it's not like you have to have all this stuff ready. If you have like a good engagement and you have a good community, um, That's really important and hard to do. So people are gonna like that, even if it's not a very big community. If it's a solid community, people are gonna companies would value that. So that's important. Um, Quality, not quantity, I guess is what I'm trying to say there. But yeah, I'm also planning on reaching out. I'm one who tends to go for more like bigger corporate companies when I reach out to do partnerships because they usually have systems in place to do it already, if that makes sense. And that usually is just easier versus it's a little more difficult. You might have more hiccups if you are going to reach out to a smaller company who may be newer, who maybe haven't worked with influencers before, and maybe they don't know what they're really doing. And if you don't really know what you're doing, it might take a few times for you to get it smoothed out. Um, but the worst thing that can happen is that you reach out to somebody and they just don't respond. So that's really not that bad when it comes to negative, like something bad that could happen. That's not really bad at all. So if you there's a company, even if you think it's like, oh, this is like a little far fetched, maybe I don't think they'd want to, you know, work with me. Do it anyways. Worst thing that happens is they just don't respond to you. And what, it takes 2 minutes to write a DM, less than that if you're copying and pasting it um, to different people. So this is where it comes in where you're going to want to do like some good research on Instagram to looking into like what type of companies you can find, what kind of products there are. It also, you can look, this is another thing I talked about last time, but if you look at a company's brand, if their brand is similar to yours, that is going to help them out immensely. And what I really mean by that is if their Instagram feed looks at all like your Instagram feed, um, then that's really helpful for you. For instance, I'll tell you a little mini story. My I have an influencer code with Technisport, and they always say like, "Oh, we're gonna like show photos of your setup and send us photos, and we'll share it on our feed." Well, their whole feed is like ridiculously dark. Everything is black with like neon and red and like the opposite vibes of my desk. Everything is literally white on my desk and like this is the only colored thing and I have pink stuff and purple stuff and my wall is purple and everything is really colorful and bright. They will not share my photos. And I'm 100% convinced the reason is my stuff just doesn't vibe well with their feed. It just like would look super out of place. Um, so that sucks. Um, but if you can find companies whose vibes are similar to yours, that is like going to be great for them because then they can post your photos and it's like looks the same. Yeah, that's really good. So I would, if you're interested in find like who do I reach out to, you can definitely try and find people whose feed looks similar to yours and then start there. Um, that's definitely one strategy for sure. So just a little something. Um, Back to my design here. Um, I would also, if you're going to be doing this pretty religiously, I would definitely include your weekly insights and try to keep that as up to date as possible. Which means like your when you go to Instagram, it's just what your insights for the week were. Um, and then of course you're going to include who you are, what you do, what makes you special. And this doesn't have to be like what makes you special, but what makes your content special? What makes what you do special? Your community. Do you have a Discord? How active is your community? Do you have a community at all? Maybe you don't. That's fine. Um, Definitely photos of yourself and your aesthetic. Like I said, they're going to want to see your 9 grid for your Instagram for sure. Um, I would include that and try to keep it as up to date as possible. Because that's important. That will definitely include your aesthetic. But then also like stuff like I want to include a picture of my face so that people can see, I'm a bright, colorful person. I wear a lot of colorful stuff often. And then also my aesthetic, like I'm going to put some photos of my desk in here to show like, look, um, here is my gaming area. I game on a Mac. Like some people don't want to work with me right there then and because they're like, oh, I'm not posting a photo of a Mac on our gaming site. Like, yeah, fuck off. That's not happening. Or like I said, it's like Techni Sport and everything is like hyper masculine, black, neon, monster gaming setups, and like they're not gonna post a photo of like a pink, cute kawaii desk. It's just not gonna happen. So include those photos of those things on there so that if you're immediately not a good fit from them for them, they will see and nobody's time gets wasted. So the last thing you want is to like try and force a brand to work with you because you really like them and they are not a good fit. You're not a good fit for them. It's disastrous. Don't try to do that. Um, I also did include on here on the bottom my logos, just because I feel like it is important to showcase which um, social media services you're offering. So, like for instance, I have um, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch. So right away they can see like here's my things. I'm honestly probably going to take the Twitter off of here because I don't consider that like a content page. It's more like a hey, this is me page. I mean, all I talk about is gaming and stuff, but I don't share content on there really. You wouldn't want to do a promotional post for me because I don't have any followers on Twitter. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm probably gonna remove that. But anyways, it's good to just like here's a snapshot. The other thing I'm also gonna add to this page probably is gonna be a photo of my actual gaming desk because like I said, I want to make sure that um you show your aesthetic. Like, hey, here's me, here's my stuff. So oh, maybe even like this one. Whoops, that's huge. But that's cute. That like shows, hey, here's what I do also have this one in there. Hmm. Do I want to include the chair? I feel like I definitely should include, I think that this is, maybe I'll include both of these. I like that. And then also somewhere in here I have Polaroid. I like to use the Polaroid because I think it's cute and I like actually do love photography and oh yeah, that's the one that doesn't work. It doesn't have a plain background. I started using the Polaroid on my Sims stuff like along maybe like 2 months ago, and I've just kind of adopted it as like a part of my brand now, and I love it. It's so fun. So that's something I like to include is like making little Polaroids out of things. I'm gonna shrink this way down and see like I don't. I think that should be good, honestly. Maybe even a little bit over here. And like, yeah, I'm gonna show that I have a Mac. I do this on a Mac. Everybody can get their panties in a bunch. Okay, I'm gonna use the pen tool to make an outline of this because it's not a perfect rectangle. And if I try to just make a square over it, it doesn't ever like it. So then I'm going to select all of this. Command 7 is going to make a clipping mask with using whichever was on top as the mask. So hence why I outlined the Polaroid. And now you can easily resize this and it all stays together. Super cute. So we'll probably move this to front. I'm going to go to arrange, object, arrange, bring to front, which is going to put the desk photo behind this one, which is exactly what we want. I'm also going to, let's see, maybe put this one even a little bit off the page like so. And then we'll do it with the other one too. We'll put both of them in there because they're cute and why not? Sorry, chat. I don't have it set up nicely that I can see my chat when I'm have this format and I don't have my other computer with me today. So if you're asking questions, I'm only going to be checking about every 3 minutes or so. So just be patient and I'll get to you. Okay, so we are going to shrink this guy down. Oh, looks like I shrink them down just too much, a little bit too much. And like this one shows off my desk mat and it's so cute. And the little squids, we love them. Oof, how close can I get it to not? Oh, it's got to include that little blue head, which means, and I've got a giant crystal there, which is like super me, super cute. I love it. Okay, so again, I'm going to use the pen tool, outline this so that I can mask, use it as a mask. But like I said, not a perfect rectangle. So we make a custom shape. And then I'm going to select all of that, press Command 7. That is going to clipping mask, mask. I don't know. It's going to do the whole thing. Again, I'm going to bring this fluffy monkey photo up to front and center. I think I also want to bring both of these because I want, yes, that one in front. Okay. Now what we might do is actually rearrange some of this because I'm not super happy with this logo there. And I am not super, those are all locked. Not super happy with the Command 2 and lock the backgrounds again. Don't so much like these being here. Food? Okay. Dinner is ready. Okay. So, something like this, like a little collage almost, I think is kind of what I'm going for. That's like, hey, here's what I am. Here's what I do. I think that actually looks kind of cute. And you know what? Wonder if this will work on here. I'm going to try and add a drop shadow because I love drop shadows. Oh, it's working. Ah, that looks so cute. Okay. First of all, it definitely has to be purple. Well, no, I'll make it black. I think it. We'll make it black. We'll make it blurry, but we'll make it way less. We'll make it normal. No, it can't be black. That's just like way too dark. Gray it can be. Yes. Love that. Okay. So we're going to do that to all of them. The nice thing is once you do a drop shadow once, any of these things, any stylized thing, it keeps your same settings. So it's quite nice if you ask me. And I'm going to effect, stylize, and then drop shadow to get this to pull up. Like it just makes it look kind of 3D and cute. I do think I need to move this slightly. I don't like how this is just hanging over the edge, just a smidgen. It's bothering me. Ooh, okay, the other thing is though, I definitely changed the logo to be not the right color. Oh wait, the logo is right. The background is not. Made it not white for some reason. Okay. Fix that. And then we can like put this like, we can make it like bigger maybe. Oops, object, arrange, bring to front. There's a hotkey for that, but I do not know what it is and I never use it, so sorry. I do use a lot of hotkeys, but particular ones for no particular reason. Like this is cute. Cuter. I do think that I actually am going to need like I'm gonna need to put my name on here on the front, like somewhere other than just how I have it signed. Which, if you ever want me to do a tutorial on how to make a signature like that for people, it's so easy and it's so cute. And I add it to my graphics all the time, and I feel like it's just adorable. So, there you have it. I'm kind of thinking, okay, so my usual shtick that I go for is making a triangle at the top of the screen that has my logo in it, which I think I'll do again because, well, I can just shrink this. I don't have to get rid of the white. Shouldn't anyways. Although, yeah, hold please. I'm gonna go to object, ungroup, and I'm gonna just take the logo off because I don't want the circle. Make it a little bit bigger. No, that was too big. That was too small. Just right. Okay. Perfect. Yay. Okay. Definitely do not like these here. This is would need to be like either on the end here if I was gonna do this. But I think I might just move it up here for now, make it a little bigger. I could also like put it here, but like, oh, I got a good idea. Okay, okay. Hello. Sometimes Illustrator just likes to take things away and you don't know where it puts them. That didn't make any sense, but it takes stuff off my toolbox, like my little toolbar that I use, and just like moves it around so I don't know where anything is. And we're gonna align those things together. This is gonna be actually not 2, but we're gonna make it like 1.5. Actually, I'm just gonna go down to 1. And then I have a good idea again. Somewhere it needs to say what this is. Oh, so I had this written, which is kind of cute. But let's just put, I like this. I like this font a lot. So we are just going to shrink this down. We're gonna write media kit and go meow. Also, everything in Illustrator like snaps to each other. It's really nice. I think that it should actually say though, like, no, should it say like media kit, me, media kit? Hmm. I don't know. I think that it should just say media kit. I like this actually. But it does need to say my freaking name somewhere other than just this on the picture. I just love this. Okay. Let's just like, here's what we're gonna do. Expand this so that object expand. Expanding type means that instead of it being editable, like I can click on it and type, it turns it into a vector, which the great thing about that is that you can completely resize it and tweak it literally however you want. So if you hold down the shift key when you move things, it keeps the correct proportions. But if you let go of the shift key, you can just do whatever you want to it. You can turn it upside down if you feel like it. You can invert it, whatever you want. And maybe, you know what? I'm going to be real cheesy here. I know what I'm going to write. Okay. I hate saying that. I don't like that word. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So, influencer media kit. Maybe I just need to group this, which is Command G, and move it down a smidgen. I just don't like how much it's hard to read, I guess, is my main gripe. I also do not like this on here at all. I think that I need to skedaddle. Oh, but my logo needs to be on white. You know what I've never done before? I've never inverted my logo to white. We're going to do it right now. I'm going to ungroup everything because all these little pieces are individual. So when you ungroup it, whoops, it is going to allow me to make sure that I can edit everything. So it's all the way ungrouped, which means that like when I select this head, it's just selecting the head. White. You know what? This though needs to be hollow. Shape builder. Hold please. There's this tool called the shape builder that like, so I need these little white parts to actually be a part of the blue one. Currently, there's two white pieces sitting on top of the whole blue. So what this is going to do is make them shapes together and will allow me to actually delete these, and then there's holes. Whereas before when I deleted it, it didn't make any holes. And I need that because if we are, wow, this is like the exact in the middle color. And I never have used this color before in my branding. I literally didn't even realize that this was this color. Also, the eyelashes are different. So I didn't, quick story time, I didn't actually make my logo for myself. My sister's boyfriend made it for me. His name is Lucas. He's a phenomenal graphic designer. It's really hard to make your own logos, and I personally have a really terrible time using the pen tool, which means that I do not like he made this from scratch. Like I am I couldn't. There's no way. So we have him do it instead. I'm just not that good. But I also want this to be like a little bit opaque, which means see-through, if you weren't aware. So I'm going to ungroup it again because I grouped it all together. We'll see if, because the eyes and stuff are different and it has strokes, it's not going to let me do it all at once. So we're going to go to appearance. Oh, right here, appearance. See, sometimes I'm just silly. Opacity. We're going to put it at 30. Nope, nope, we're not. We're going to put it at 60. Nope, we're going to put it at 70. And then we're going to take these eyeballs. Actually, I can do all of this. And put this also, what did I say? 70? I need this guy too. Open this guy. Okay, there we go. There we go. So yeah, we'll, and then we'll, looks like poo poo. Gonna like, I forgot I unlocked everything. I'm gonna command to unlock all this stuff. I forgot that like logo's cuter when it's normal. Okay, so the align tool in Illustrator is great, and if you wanted to select, like, so I want the monkey to align to this bottom stuff, I have them both selected. I just click the one I want to be the key object, and then it will automatically align to that. Really great. So what we need to do for this is like make it so that it's, hold please. Okay, I'm gonna make it so that it's white instead of colored or opaque. I don't want it opaque anymore. I changed my mind. It's the beauty of graphic design is that it's all graphic and it's not paint or some shit and you can just change it. Although I'm sure that paint people will tell me you could just it. Whatever. The logo doesn't look very cute and white, but you know what? We gotta do it. Is what it is. Maybe I just need to like Object, ungroup. I'm going to delete the A. Command G, group them back together. Perhaps I just need to align this to this and just have it be like this. We're going to Command G, group that together, then we can resize it and change it all together and everything stays proportionate. We like that. What does it look like at the top of the page? Weird. We don't like that. We're going to shrink her down, put it left side. Nope, we don't like that either. Sometimes design is literally just how many times do I move this around before it looks like something I like. Oh, okay. I'll be done a bit. I get to go eat dinner now. Well, I think that looks way, way better than when we started. Like 1,000 times better. The colors are more fun. It's brighter. It says, hey, look, I'm fun. I'm cool. I like it a lot. I wonder if I should put this underneath. Yeah. It's really hard to, there we go. Actually, what I should do is align it with the fluffy part. Oh, cute. I love it. Okay, y'all. I think I'm going to stop there for this evening. We got a lot done. That was, oh, hey, followed me. Supak! Hi, how's it going, girl? How are you? I'm just heading off right now, but I'm definitely going to be working on this next week as well. A Baba Moose, a kitty, squishy, squishy. This is my kitty. That's a good. He's like, I just awoke from a slumber. Oh, you're supposed to look at the other way, not at me. Kitty. The kitty cam. He's like, what's going on? Why are there so many lights? You cute. He said, feed me. You want him or just let him go? Okay, bye, kitty. Oh, okay. I'm just hopping off, Supak. I appreciate the follow. But we got a lot of work done today on our media kit. We're making more progress every day, every Monday, 5:30 p.m. or so, week and a half, depending on how I feel. Today I've got fish for dinner that is down there, so I've got to go eat it that my lovely fiance made for me. But yes, this is so cute. I love how it's coming along. I think it's going really great. So I look forward to working on this next week and talking more about it. If you missed the recap, I have a recap on my Instagram where we talked about the media kit, or you can rewatch the Twitch replay, which will show you what we did on camera too. If you are watching this on replay, thank you so much. I appreciate you more than you know. And have a great day. Enjoy your evenings, and hopefully you learned a lot. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to reach out to me. And thank you. I appreciate y'all. Have a good evening.